Hello and alarum everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first game of this Best of 3 series. Um, Surprising enough, or at least oddly enough, the animation for the undead buildings don't seem to be there, but it probably won't affect that much. Cechi is going to be spawning as the yellow undead player on the bottom left, and we have Hawk, who is going to be spawning as the light blue human player on the top right. This map is on last Refuge, and yep, it is the ZOTAC 293 semifinals. So whoever wins this series will be facing Rodan, who won against... Who do you win against? I forgot who he played. Well, that's not good. Hey, Lavanger. Yeah, he played against HLA. So yeah, still the opening minutes, so nothing really interesting, but the first interesting thing we see is the Mountain King as the first hero of choice for Hawk, so that is going to be
A player's forces are under attack.
not necessarily a different kind of play for Hawk, because most human players take an MK at level 2, not level 2, tier 2, so it's not really that different style of play. It's just that style of play is, you know, there even earlier than usual. So yeah, let's see how this will turn out. Usually Mountain Kings are chosen to be an anti-hero hero. Usually setting up surrounds by stunning his opponents, hero or unit otherwise. Hawk's gonna clear out this green creep camp. Not sure if the Acolyte can really do anything, despite not even... don't think he can even make it. Gloves of Haste is going to be picked up, and the DK is moving out with that Rod and Necromancy. We also have a Scout Farm being placed down from Hawk. We've been seeing that occasionally from him. I believe we started seeing that since I casted Hawk versus Moon. He's been doing a lot of that against Night Elf players, but against Undead, this is different. Okay, looks like Cechi went for that graveyard after the Tome of Relics, and we're gonna have tier 2 before the first Crypt Fiend is gonna be out. Innocent Rabbit's gonna be killed off as well. The Scout Farm has been spotted, but the problem when facing Scout Farms is they're so easy to build, and they're so hard to get destroyed. And we have a creeping right here. Mountain King was spotted, so we'll try to discourage that DK from actually engaging this creep camp. He's gonna go after those Null Assassins, but not sure if that's enough to kill off the Warden. Not Warden, I mean the Overseer. Either way, this orange creep camp is gonna be cleared out. Hawk probably going to go for an early expansion. Not a bad idea at all. However, this expansion is not really the most glamorous of places when it comes to entry points. Pez is going to kill a skeleton, giving some experience to the Mountain King. That's not going to happen. Close attack +6 is going to be picked up. There we go. And the Town Hall has been placed down. We have the first guard tower being upgraded as well. Cechi halfway to level 2. MK is pretty much close to level 3 as well. Now Skeleton is, or double Skeleton's trying and prevent this from happening. It looks like this peasant might be able to be taken down. There we go. That's some experience for that DK. DK probably going to get level 2 after this green creep cap. Also, the date has been completed, and we'll probably be seeing that Slaughterhouse and the Lich being trained up. Slaughterhouse is going to be placed down immediately, and we need one more Ziggurat for that Lich actually, so ooh. Acolyte might actually be taken out. Nope, there's that Ziggurat. Completely could not see that. Okay, it's going to be a Circlet of Nobility, a good all-around item. We also have a Scout Frame being placed down over here as well, so these vital narrow backdoor points are pretty much covered for Hawk. So Hawk is playing a little safe. Of course, the sign that he took the expansion as well is a desire for him to actually go to a pretty much macro game. Obviously, human players have a little bit of an edge when it comes to macro, as their units don't really cost that much when it comes to food supply. Unless you tend to mass spellbreakers, then it's pretty much even rarely, because Crypt Fiends are
under attack.
3 food supply themselves. Arcane Vault also being placed down. We're gonna have that skeleton being taken up by the guard towers. Are we getting tier 2 as well? Not quite yet. Hawk needs that those researches. Not researches, resource masonry upgrades is being researched. So that will make those buildings a little bit more beefier, including those scout farms as well, so not what Cechi would like. We currently have the Lich out for Cechi. Mountain King is going to go for a Stormbolt, going to get that kill. It's not much, but it's still experience either way. Deathcore going to take out that Ogre Magi for the killing blow, but the Scroll of the Beast will be picked up for that Mountain King. I think it's the Scroll of the Beast. Pretty sure he got that replenishment potion somewhere else. Mountain King is going to take out that Trapper as well. Not sure how much experience. Looks like maybe 25, somewhere along those lines, but yeah. Do we have a second hero coming in? No, we don't. We still have yet to go to tier 2. Cechi is going to clear out this orange creep camp right here. Hopefully try and get a better item than that Scroll of the Beast. Skeletons still trying to do something, but pretty much the tower count for Hawk is pretty intimidating. Unless he gets himself meat wagons, then that's going to be a hard wall to break. Black Citadel for Cechi as well, so we're going to go probably Destroyers. We have Frost Armor on that Lich as well, so that will try to prevent a lot of damage from those Footmen and Mountain King. We do have a Stormbolt coming in on that Crypt Fiend though, so he will be taking a tons of damage. No Death Coil from that DK. He did have the mana, and he also has a great amount of potion as well. Why is that tree corrupted? I'm not sure why. Another Crypt Fiend is going to be taken out. DK had plenty of mana, really. Not sure why he did not Death Coil it. I mean, man, don't know. Apparently a Sacrificial Skull was used over here, as you can see the blight on the minimap. Not sure why on that particular location though. Not sure if it actually affects the water. Okay, this orange creep camp is going to be cleared out. Once again, I'm going to be guessing it is the Book of the Dead. But nowadays I'm not expecting much. It's going to be a Healthstone instead. Pretty much a better item than a Book of the Dead. However, Cechi's taking a lot of damage from this creep camp. More than he needs to. MK is pretty much at the doorstep of Cechi's base. Well, it looks like he's going to retreat, as we currently have 3 statues. So we are tending to go for Destroyers as the research is being underway or undertaken. So far the Crypt Fiend count for Cechi is not really that great, but he is saving up those food supplies so he can get those Destroyers out without going over upkeep, so it's kind of a sacrifice you have to take. Tier 2 is completed, and we have a Paladin out coming in for Hawk. We also have Black Gunpowder, so we are probably going to go for... Actually, I'm not sure what we're going to go for. Either Mortar Teams or Riflemen. Mortar Teams sound a little bit more logical, but we are going to Castle Tech, so it might actually be Riflemen. Who knows? Either way, Cechi's probably going to be surprised to see that Paladin, if that's going to be a lot of burst damage. They with the Paladin. What ability will he take? He's not even going to be... Oh, he's going to take that Divine Shield instead of Holy Light. We're going to have those Destroyers actually deal tons of damage. Well, not really tons of damage, but... not sure what Hawk is going to do instead. Altar of Kings will be destroyed, but pretty much the Paladin has been trained up. Is MK... Oh, MK is already going for a counterattack. Was able to take down one Acolyte and pull off another from that gold mine. But he's taking a lot of damage. Holy Light's not even trained up for the second ability as well, so that's not good either. We also have a destroyer in the main base, so obviously there's no anti-air for Hawk. We're gonna have that TP staff coming in, probably gonna purchase that Orb of Fire, and then come back to this fight, selling Disappearance, Clarity Potion, and Orb of Fire probably. I mean, there needs to be an anti-air. Healing Scroll, Clarity Potion again, no Orb of Fire. Surprised. I can't imagine what kind of anti-air Hawk will actually take. Rifleman would be a little bit too cost inefficient. We might be having flying machines instead. So triple workshops. Obviously Hawk has the resources, so he might be able to get a fleet of flying machines. The scout farm's going to be taken out. And more militia moving out, probably going to transfer. No, they're going to go after this orange creep camp probably. Trying to get the Paladin as close to level 2 as possible. MK is once again going after these Acolytes. Stormbolt taking out one. Bash is going to stop another from mining. There we go with another Bash. He also has a invulnerability potion, so we'll be able to use that if he needs it. Stormbolt to take down another Acolyte. There we go with that invulnerability potion. This Ogre Lord camp is going to be cleared out. It is going to be a Hood of Cunning being picked up from that DK, and of course he also has healing wards somewhere. MK looks like he was able to retreat, go back to his Arcane Vault and try to heal back up. The Staff of Sanctuary probably will be given to that Paladin and be used on that Mountain King maybe. I mean, it's going to take him out of the fight for quite some time, but the healing might be invaluable. We're going to have siege engines actually. Siege engines can be upgraded to have potential anti-air, but flak cannons. These are flying machine upgrades. We might have a... Not sure. Hawk is very confusing. Is that +2? That is +3 on those siege engines and flying machines. So we might have a composition of both flying machines and siege engines, covering both ground and air. Cechi has a Rune Bracer on that Lich, so obviously Stormbolt's gonna not do that much. Siege engines is going after those Tumor Relics actually, so try and take down the weakest building first. We also have a sacrificial pit being placed down as well. Meat wagons will do extra damage against those siege engines, so not particularly the most cost efficient siege engine push. But flying machines are in the air, so they will hunt down those destroyers. Destroyers are pretty much vulnerable against those flying machines. It's pretty much not worth the risk engaging against those flying machines, because the cost kind of balances out as the destroyers are pretty much more expensive. Either way, Hawk still pretty much doing what he wills with his expansion. It looks like both gold mines will be mined out very soon. Probably another... Actually, I'm not even gonna dig my own grave. We're gonna have mass flying machines being trained up.
Forces are under attack.
+1 on those swords, so we're gonna have griffins maybe. Either griffins or Dragonhawk Riders. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be griffins to go really up against those Crypt Fiends, but who knows? I mean, Dragonhawk Riders are as effective, I guess. Okay, Cechi's on the doorstep of this place. We currently have how many? 8 flying machines as well as a single siege engine. Anti-air upgrades are being... No, that's not anti-air at all. That is mortar team upgrades. So, mortar teams to try and counteract those Crypt Fiends, and we have double Griffins being trained up as well. Will these two heroes be back at their base before that workshop is destroyed? Who knows? As the Lich and DK is at level 4, we also have Brilliant Sword for the Undead Army as well, so this is pretty much very powerful. But it looks like Hawk is going to go for a counterattack at the main base. Obviously, you would exchange an expansion for a main base, and we do have one siege engine to provide that siege damage. Mountain King's going to go after that meat wagons, so it can prevent it from destroying that siege engine, but Cechi is just going to go after that siege engine instead. We also have another meat wagon being trained up. Final siege engine had been destroyed. This meat wagon, it's not even going to be destroyed, as Hawk's going to use that TP scroll to get out of there. We currently have 2 Griffins out. Hawk is pretty much going to be dominating the air, but it'll depend on how greatly those auto-casting webs will affect the fight.
A player's forces are under attack.
Griffin's able to do 46 to 66 magic damage. I believe level 2 weapons is being researched just now. Yes, we are. However, they do reduce damage against Crypt Fiends though, so that's kind of a downside. But of course, that's what mortar teams are for, I think. We currently have 2 mortar teams right now. And of course, plenty of flying machines. They don't have air-to-ground upgrades though, so a little surprised. I mean, it seemed like a valuable upgrade to take, as who knows what will happen. Knights also being trained up as well, so pretty much the tier 3 army composition from Hawk right now. He is currently over high upkeep, so it looks like he's going for the dagger. He's going for that full 100 army before engaging, and probably going to take the fight. However, Cechi is 68 supplies, so he might, I don't know, he might try to go for a high upkeep army. I mean, it depends on what he does with the next 3,000 gold. Flying machines do have true sight, so they can spot those shades. Frostworm is also a potential unit for Cechi, but with those flying machines in the air, those Frostworms just can't be sniped. Very, very big army for Hawk. Currently 7 Griffins, 1 Knight, 2 mortar teams, and a bunch of flying machines. We also have +3 upgrades for those Knights and Griffins, as well as 2 more Griffins being trained up. And here we go with this fight. Constant, well, very big burst on that Lich, but will he be able to be death coiled? There we go with the web. Not enough web though, so there's just way too many area units for Hawk, for the Cechi to actually web all of those guys. Mortar teams are going to be the next target, but the Crypt Fiends are going to be the target for Hawk. Is going to take down 2 so far. Healing wards also being placed down for Cechi, but that's not going to be enough healing, as pretty much 1 hit from Hawk and destroying those healing wards. This statue is in the brink of death. Probably, oh, it's really bad to actually go for a destroyer by now. Hawk's composition is actually very good, taking down both ground and air units, so not sure how Cechi came back to this. Whole like to take down the Abomination. Lich obviously taking a lot of damage, so probably will pop that invulnerability potion very soon. But it looks like Hawk's gonna disengage for now. Cechi did have his sentry ward placed down over there. However, Hawk is building a third base. If Cechi doesn't do anything about his economy, then obviously Hawk has taken this game already. We also see no frost worms either, so Cechi's kind of out of options, really. Here we go with a Stormbolt into that Death Knight, and of course tons of damage from those Griffins. Frost Nova also doing a lot of AoE damage, but that's not enough to take down those Griffins. Oh, wow. Probably the most inefficient Death Coil I've ever seen. The Death Coil on the Sheep, that is not the best usage of mana. Lich has a great amount of potion though, so he might be able to give it to Cechi, and a well played. I think it was that Sheep. The Sheep was the reason why Cechi GG'd, and that is pretty much it. Wow, we have a lot of time on this, so I'm going to speed this up 8 times. Wow. That is what happens when you get a full tier 3 army, and half your upgrades, I guess, plus 3 on all fronts in terms of attack, and that is going to be game 1. So Hawk takes game 1 of this best of 3. The second map is going to be on Amazonia, as the chat said earlier on, so I'll see you guys there.